Hey, Jovan here with your free MLB Extendo clip play for Friday, August 1st, 2025. Now, you know it's at Pick Dawgz. We love giving our free picks. But if you want my best bets, the best that I'm putting in today, go to the website, pickdawgz.com, where you can find my or one of our other world-class handicappers picks for today. Now, it was another successful night at the Extendo clip. You know, that runs our record to 7-6-1 at plus 475 with that win last night. The Cincinnati Reds got the job done in the first 5 innings, -1.5, plus 160. You know, everything was moving along for the Cincinnati Reds. First 5, we got it locked in. That was a casher, but full game, not so much. They gave it up in the, 9th inning? Gave up 8 runs. They ended up scoring 8 runs in the bottom half and then took the extras where they gave up a run and couldn't score. So they ended up losing that game. And that's one of the things that I will say about baseball. Baseball is the one sport where they're completely different games from the first 5 innings to the last half of the game. You know, with manager decisions, bullpens, blowing up games like we just saw with that game. And I've taken plenty of L's by being on the right side in the first 8 innings, and then the 9th inning happens and all hell breaks loose, whether I'm on the under and both teams or one team scores an ungodly amount of runs and you end up holding the bag or getting left without a bag in this type of situation. You know, so been on the right side many a times, ended up being a loser, what we call right side losers. Also, you know, with teams, you know, things go haywire and a team that was cruising then ends up losing at the end of the game. It is what it is. It's baseball. We've all been there. And that's why I like to attack the first 5 market. It's been fruitful for me for years, ever since they've put it out. And yeah, it's basically been a stabilizer for me in Major League Baseball during times where, you know, you're catching L's. And you need those stabilizers. You need those wins to put up on the board to stave off of the losses. So that's how I attack baseball, and it's been quite productive this season. You know, attacking that first 5 market. I see things pretty clearly when it comes to these games and the pitches that are posted on, you know, for starters and, you know, other factors as well. But yeah, that's a little bit what I want to touch on for tonight's Extendo clip. But speaking of Extendo clip, we are going to go to, and we were going to go somewhere else, but the odds weren't as good, and it took a lot more, or it took a lot more, it took a lot more of the line shift to get to where I wanted to go as far as the odds, let's say that. So it wasn't worth it. Plus, they won the road, which does hold an advantage because they have a guaranteed right to bat in the top half of the 9th inning. But it just wasn't worth it. So we are going to go to, instead of that game, we are going to go to San Diego, where the St. Louis Cardinals are facing the San Diego Padres. And we have, for me, a bit of a mismatch in this one as far as starting pitchers. This is a full game play as well. So we're going to have the bullpens involved in this one. But we got, was it Michael or Matthew Liberatore? Matthew Liberatore going up against Nick Pivetta. That's advantage San Diego. San Diego is on a 5-game winning streak right now, and they've made the biggest splash during the trade deadline. The vibes are high in San Diego. They're trying to make that push to overthrow the Los Angeles Dodgers, their big brother. So everything for me is looking right with the San Diego Padres. On the other hand, we have a St. Louis Cardinals team who just can't get right, and they've gutted their their bullpen. They got rid of a lot of pieces in their bullpen. I'm not a Matthew Liberatore guy. I believe he gets shelled. The Padres are batting well. And the Cards, they're batting what? Under the Mendoza line in the last 5 against righties. That's not a good sign. They're going on the road. Both teams are rested, so the bullpens are intact. But because the Cardinals gutted out their bullpen, they still got some pieces, but they let some pieces go. Steven Matz, I know, went to Boston. He's a long reliever, but they let go some other pieces as well. And the way they're batting at the plate, not well. On the other hand, the Padres are batting well. They're putting up runs. 3 of their last 5 in their 5-game winning streak have come by at least 3 runs. All systems go for the San Diego Padres. -2.5 at +210 odds. Pretty good if we could get a 3-run victory for them Padres, don't you think? So that's what we're going to roll to. Let's reiterate this one real quick to make it official. San Diego Padres -2.5 +210. Book cash or do what you got to do with it, but go to the website, pickdawgz.com, where you can find mine or one of our other world-class handicappers picks. Now smash that like button. Let's get this money and hit the book where it hurts.